Hi, this is Tom from Jende Industries, and today we're going to hone a straight razor on the Shapton glass stones. I'm not going to hone it all the way through. I'm just going to show you a few things. We're going to talk about some of the progressions that you can use and show you the strokes and how it works. I've got about a 4/8 or 5/8 Soldering Swedish razor, very nice. So let us begin here. So you have two choices right now. Bevel setting is one issue. Does it have a bevel? If it doesn't have a bevel, then you may want to come down and start even as coarse as 220 or 500 grit stone. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. I'm going to hit the 320 because this is Swedish steel, so it's a bit harder than say German steels, which are a little bit more flexible. So I like the 320 for this because it is a little bit softer for harder steels, softer stone. That's really how it works. So you have two choices. You can use the stone holder and put the razor, the stone in the holder and work it that way. Or a lot of guys will actually hold it in their hand. I prefer, when doing straights, to hold it in my hand, so I'll do that first. So, splash and go on the Shaptons. Just give it some water. More water the better. Now you have three strokes that you can do when setting a bevel. The first stroke is the X stroke. You lay it flat. If you need tape, you put a layer of tape. So this is a rolling X because I feel a smile in there. Okay, and again, just holding it, no pressure. So X stroke is your basic stroke. All right. However, if you feel when setting a bevel that this is too slow, then you can do what's called like a knife stroke, which is several strokes in one direction. 10 or 20 equal amounts on either side. Switch it over. And you do this until the razors are burned. So I'm doing 10 right now. You can feel if it raises a burn or not, and it hasn't. So you're following the same scratch pattern as a single stroke would on an X stroke, but you're just doing more of it at once. Now this uses a little bit of pressure. And I'm getting a burr already. So this is, very coarse stone, is very quick. Now if this isn't working and you really need some work here, you may want to do circles. So circles would be one single way. Don't do figure eights so much. I don't recommend that. Again, work your way over, and I'm doing about 10 or 15. This is the most aggressive, and this will require the most cleanup after as well. But in terms of getting it there quick, this will do it very quick. Plus you're on a very coarse stone now, 320. So this is fast. So this is extreme. This is if you're getting something off of eBay or a junker somewhere that you're cleaning up and you had to polish and you lost the edge or had a chip in it or something and you need to reset the bevel. This is extreme bevel setting. Circles are best because again they're the fastest, but then they require the most cleanup afterwards. So assuming you've got that burr going here, then, which I do, then you would actually switch to a knife stroke to even out the circles. When you do the circles, you have crisscrossing scratches, and that will end up with chips later on. So we've got to get rid of all that aggressiveness. Come through a knife stroke. I'm not using so much pressure now because I know I've got my bevel, but sometimes you can put some pressure. At this level, it's about getting the work done more than anything else. So I'll do a few of these. Okay, so you do a few of these and you check under the scope, if you're checking under the scope, for consistency of scratches. You want to get rid of the crisscrossing scratches and establish single-sided scratches. Now because you've done 10 or 20 on one side, you've got deep scratches. So their third stage in this, in the same stone, it's still 320, is to then finish with your X's. This is your single-sided strokes, which are the least invasive. Slow it down, okay? You can always add more water. With these stones, the cleaner they are, the more effective they are actually. You don't want the black buildup in there. That actually impedes on the action of the stone. It actually gets in the way. This is swarf. It's not slurry or paste. It's swarf. It's garbage. So the less of that, the better. So you finish with, I'm doing here like a rolling X. Light pressure. This is now the bevel is more or less set. It's just very, very coarse. So you would do this again until all your scratches are lined up under the scope if you're monitoring, or however many you think you need to do. I generally do between 50 and 100 of these, and I think you get the idea here. So you monitor that and you move on. So at this point, you have a bevel.